Just managing with it because you don't have money.
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the movie Something Like Gold, which you can now watch on Netflix. So this movie tells the story of this rich, spoiled girl who, on her wedding day, she finds out that her dad has been arrested for fraud and embezzlement. So his properties has been seized by the authorities, and she just has to leave her house, like everything, leave everything she knows, more or less figure out what to do with her life from there. Her husband to be, of course, abandons her, so she's just left stranded in her wedding dress on her wedding day. This movie is directed by Kayode Kasum, produced by Sandra Okunzuwa. Story is also by her. Executive producer is Ife Ojukeibi. Writers are Adaeze, Ibechukwu, and Toluwani Obayan. So now I'll talk about the cast and performances in this movie. So for one, we have the lead act in this movie, who is Tamara Jolayemi Scott. That name even carries weight. So she was played by Sandra, daughter of a very influential man in Lagos. So she has everything she wants at her beck and call. She's very spoiled, very arrogant, very rude, thinks she's better than everybody. She was basically a spoiled rich brat. And honestly, Sandra really depicted that character to us so well. Like, she embodied that character at a point you even think maybe that's how she is because of the movie. Like, she really brought this sports brat energy to life. And also, you get to see how she treats her friends in this movie. I don't think when you do a favor for your friend or when you do something for your friend, I don't think you should now come and be listing, oh, I did this, I lent you this, I bought this for you, I took you here. So it's now making it seem like she was just doing all of this to show them that she was, better than them, essentially. Because of how she treated people, how she treated her friends, even when she needed somebody to help, nobody was taking her call. So it just shows like it's actually pays to be good. Like, there's no need, what is in this life, there's no need to be rude, there's no need to, be raising shoulder, there's no need to be forming I'm better than everybody. Just be a good person. Just treat people with love, treat people the same way you want to be treated. Just imagine, not even one person, she didn't have one person to run to, one person to call that would come through for her in her time of need. That was really sad. Sandra really gave us a beautiful performance. I thoroughly enjoyed watching her in this movie. And the next person I'm talking about will be the character Auntie Mayowa, who was played by Mercy Johnson Okojie. This woman is a phenomenal actress. Like, she brought this energy, this vibe to the movie that I really love. She was the help when Tamara was growing up. So fast forward to now, the father reaches out to her to like come and pick the daughter up and help her. So she was the one that takes her in and clothes her, feeds her, and was more or less just there for her. She brought this softness, this love to the film. Her small tie and dye fabric business. You see, she was still trying to make ends meet, for herself and alongside Tamara. So it was really beautiful to see Mercy Johnson in this movie. Another character you get to see is the character Demola, who was played by Timini Egbuson. So he is the fiancé who abandoned Tamara on the wedding day. His father and Tamara's father are business partners and friends, so they're supposed to get married and all that jazz. But when the news broke out, he wasn't going to go through with the marriage. And of course, this character is not something that is new to Timini, so he was able to, bring that character to life. This whole rich bad boy, lover boy did his thing in this movie. Somebody else you get to see in this movie is the character Tunde, who was played by Kunle Remi. So he was this carpenter in the movie. I don't know, like most of the time in the movie, you would see him without his shirt. I'm like, why about the movie? He was giving us this sexy carpenter handyman vibe, like always sweaty and sticky, and camera is always showing him shirtless and in slow motion. But that aside, he brought this sense of somebody that is well to do, is educated. Because of the hand life dealt him, he wasn't able to achieve his full potential. He's trying to make ends meet with this carpenter business, carpenter workshop that he's doing alongside his friend. So Kunle Remi, of course, did his thing in this movie. When you watch the movie, of course, you see he will later on become Tamara's love interest in this movie. And you see he also had like big dreams and aspirations as well, which was also able to pursue in the movie. Somebody else you get to see is the character Jolayemi Scott, who was played by Patrick Doyle. So he is Tamara's dad in this movie, and although we didn't get to see a lot from him, he wrote he did his team when we saw him, gave us this elite, this rich man who is going through something. You also get to see Broda Shaggi. So he was area boy in this movie. He of course brought his Broda Shaggi vibe and energy and just silly character to this movie. He encountered Tamara on the roadside where her car had broken down and she had slept. So he was just being his usual self, telling her you need to pay parking tickets and everything. So he gave us what we are used to seeing from him, which was nice to see. Somebody else you get to see in the movie is the character Yemsi, who was played by Teniola. Honestly, I'm still trying to understand what her character is or what her character was in this movie. I think she was Tunde's love interest at some point, then she cheated on him and she was more trying to get him back, or well, not trying to get him back. But when Tamara came into the picture, she now knew she wanted Tunde back. So it was just a bit confusing, but I just enjoyed also seeing her in this movie. Somebody else you get to see in the movie will be Tope, who played Ify, who was also one of Tamara's friends. So she did her thing. She gave us this friend that has been taking nonsense from her own friend for a while and just lost it. She just cut ties with her. So I think that's that about like the main characters in this movie. Of course, there are a whole lot of other faces, other characters in the movie. Alongside the younger Tamara, she gave us a beautiful performance on her end. All in all the actors delivered as expected. The movie was such a delight to watch. It's this romantic comedy movie. It's just a very light, very simple, very direct, very relatable. Of course, the movie was set in Lagos, Nigeria, which showcases the richness of the Nigerian culture, showcases the hustle and bustle spirit, showcases Adire, showcases Nigerian music, the vibe, the dance, the energy. Also showcases also the pickpocket nature, like the whole somebody stealing from you everything, which was what she encountered when she came to live in the trenches. Stunning visuals, like the visuals, the cinematography. It was also nice the way Lagos was portrayed. When we get to see the elite, the rich people's part of life, how it looks, we also get to see the trenches part of life, how it looks. It just the blend of these two diverse worlds in Lagos was also very, very beautiful to see. Now I'm talking about like themes I picked up on in this movie. So for one, we have the theme of love, which was of course is the essence of this movie. Love is everything. Essentially, just treat people with love, just show love to people and just let love lead. I think that was something Tamara was lacking. She just felt like she was above everybody else. She didn't see the need to talk to people like people. She talks to everybody else like she's talking to somebody beneath her, like an animal. Imagine calling somebody a lizard. Even to the point where somebody is trying to help you and you're still insulting the person and you're still making the person feel less than. Like, I was also able to find love in an unconventional place, somewhere she would not have thought, I'm sure, in a million years that she would find love in. She found love in the people, she found love in someone there. And it was just nice to see how this situation more or less transformed her to a better person because this woman, she was something else. Yeah, so also the theme of redemption, the theme of transformation. You have to see like she was given a second chance at life, a second chance at love, like more or less do things differently, which taught her how to be humble, taught her humility, which was something she was lacking, honestly. So now I will talk about what I liked in this movie. So for one, I liked cinematography, of course. I liked how everything looked. It was so beautiful to see. I also liked how the movie more or less humbled this woman, Tamara. How it made it seem like at any moment, anything can happen. Like anything can happen to you. This money, this power, this whatever it is you think you have can be gone like this. And what then do you have to your name? Nothing. So it just shows, it speaks to a person's character. I of course liked the performances in this movie. Of course I like the storyline because it's also very, very relatable. Now what I did not like in the movie, for one, I did not like the fact that it's her wedding day. Like, she's rich, she is the daughter of so in Nigeria. It didn't give the vibe of a wedding, like a Nigerian wedding, like how busy and everything. But the wedding day it just seemed very basic to me. I could have done more with that considering who she is. in the movie, who she claims to be in the movie. We could have gotten so much more from that. Imagine her driving, imagine you driving on your own wedding day. That was just crazy to see. But yeah, so that's one thing I didn't like. Second thing I didn't like in the movie was when she was told these big secrets. I don't know if you've seen the movie because I'm trying so hard not to give it away. When she was told these big secrets, we didn't get to see the impact of this secret. It was like, it was just, oh, by the way, oh, just so you know, kind of thing. And that was it. Like, that's what she was told was a life-changing thing. Like, what she discovered was so life-changing. Like, it changes it should change your perspective, it should change you at your core. But it seemed like she wasn't really affected by it. It just seemed very minute to her, or the way it was portrayed to us, which was something I didn't like. Or they could have just taken it out of the movie and just focused on other things. So I think that aside, the movie is a very, very enjoyable, entertaining, funny movie because I found myself laughing a lot in the movie. One of my favorite scenes, of course, in the movie would be the scene where Timini was fighting Karats, trying to save his woman. Like, that scene just busted my head. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, this has to be a dream. This cannot be real. And thankfully, it was a dream. So that scene had me laughing so much. It was just low budget Karat Kid. So it was funny to see that. Another thing that had me laughing also was when she was taken to the bathroom. And even me, I didn't expect it to be that bad when she was going to have her bath. I didn't expect it to be that bad. But that scene had me laughing also because it was just crazy. Another scene that also had me laughing was the scene where she encountered Yemisi and she was just going off and going off and going off. And Yemisi just gave it to her hot and she just kept quiet. I'm like, so you can keep quiet. So it seems like that. The movie is just a very, very chill, very nice movie. Essentially, just be a good person. Essentially, just treat people the way you want to be treated. So you get, don't be forming, do you know who I am? Don't be forming proud, don't be forming I'm better than you. Another thing that had me laughing because you later on you get to find out, okay, it's a musical movie, which made sense because of the dancing and the whole theatrics, which was just funny to see. The scene where Tamara was dancing with Tunde towards the end of the movie was just funny to see. Also, the dance scene, which now became a hit in the movie, was also funny to see because I don't know how it became so big that people are talking about it. Is supposedly in international news or whatever. Conversation where Demola was talking to his dad and the dad was saying, why didn't you think of this or something like that? I was a bit confused. Like, what exactly happened? Is it not the same dance that they were dancing that we saw? Like, how did that affect things? Because it was like after that dance thing became viral, that was when Demola's dad decided to bail Tamara's dad from prison, and everything sort of fell back into place. That was just they could have done so much more. They could have told a better story in regards to that because it didn't make sense. I also liked the scene with Broda Shaggi and Mercy Johnson. That scene was also a very funny scene to see. And you also get to see that, okay, despite the fact that she was in the trenches and the trenches is always looked as for people that have nothing to do, people that are less than, blah blah blah. You see that even though her phone got stolen and the father of the child who stole the phone found out, he brought the phone to her and just was trying to apologize. Like, at the end of the day, these people have values, these people know what is right and what is wrong. Everybody is just feeling the hand life has dealt them, essentially. I just love feel good movies. I just love movies that you just sit back, chill, relax, and just enjoy yourself. Like, you don't have to be cracking your brain too much about things. Or just very simple like that. But it's so, so, so sad that just imagine you're at your lowest point in your life and there's nobody you can call to come through for you. It was just really sad. Even her aunties, her mother's sisters just abandoned her. Like, everybody just left her. It was really, really sad. But actually, me, I was even curious, why is it this Auntie Mayowa? There must be more to it, and actually, there was more to it. Watch the movie and you figure out why exactly, Auntie Mayowa was being nice to her, being so loving and caring. It's something like Gold, which is a funny family romantic comedy. Trust me, you would enjoy watching it. If I'm to rate the movie, I'll rate it a 5/10. If you watch the movie, what would you rate the movie? Leave that down in the comment section. Did you like the movie? Also, let me know down in the comment section. And also, kudos to Sandra for this movie. I think this was her first movie. last year. But she produced it and it was really, really nice to see. She did a really, really good job. Like, kudos to cast and crew for giving us such a silly movie to watch. And yeah, so have you seen it? Would you be seeing it? What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know down in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my other videos that I will be linking in the description and in the cards above. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.